Here are the crypto top headlines covered in this video. Experts say latest SCOTUS opinions will limit SEC power over crypto. Also, Coinbase will custody digital assets for U.S. Marshals service. Plus, Circle becomes first licensed stablecoin issuer under MiCA. Welcome to Crypto Top Headlines, where there's no clickbait thumbnails or titles and no speeches on my opinions, just bringing crypto's news to you. We have a quick request that doesn't cost you anything in order to help. Help us grow this channel to 1,000 subscribers by September, which would be our channel's 1-year anniversary. All we ask is that you click on the like and subscribe buttons as well as the notification bell. By clicking on these, it does help grow the channel, so thank you in advance for doing so. Now, on to these headlines. Our first top headline: experts say latest SCOTUS opinions will limit SEC power over crypto. The conservative members of the U.S. Supreme Court sided with two majority opinions that could have lasting implications for federal agencies to enforce laws. In the last 7 days, the Supreme Court of the United States, or SCOTUS, has released two opinions that could have lasting implications for how the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission handles enforcement actions against companies including crypto firms. In a 6-3 decision released on June 27th in SEC v. JARXI, the court's majority opinion held that defendants in an SEC civil case concerning securities fraud are entitled to a jury trial rather than strictly adjudication by an administrative law judge. The court's conservative members said it considered common law fraud principles when interpreting federal securities law, common law fraud, seemingly equating an SEC civil case involving securities fraud to a criminal case involving fraud. SCOTUS followed the SEC v. JARXI decision with a June 28th opinion, Loper Bright Enterprises v. Raimondo, overturning a 1984 ruling that established the Chevron deference or doctrine. Though not explicitly referring to the SEC, the court's opinion would require lower courts to exercise their independent judgment in deciding whether an agency has acted within its statutory authority and not defer to federal agencies' interpretation of the law. This has direct implications for the crypto industry. Crypto Council for Innovation CEO Sheila Warren told Cointelegraph. The role and firepower of regulators, like the SEC, is in question if courts have the ability to step in. Warren added, "Make no mistake, the Supreme Court decision imposes clear limits on the regulatory overreach that has hampered innovation in crypto in the United States." In her dissent over the SEC v. JARXI decision, Justice Sonia Sotomayor referred to the majority opinion as a power grab over policymaking in the U.S. Congress. Justice Elena Kagan wrote a dissent in the Loper decision, saying that the majority had a pattern of reversing settled law and overhauled a cornerstone of administrative law. The impact of these decisions on the SEC filing enforcement actions against crypto firms could mean an overwhelmed court system. According to Joseph Lenick, a partner at the international law firm Dorsey & Whitney, courts obeying SCOTUS's overturning the Chevron doctrine may be inundated with private parties who may now litigate and relitigate an agency interpretation, including creating conflicting decisions by lower courts. With these rulings, the Supreme Court has not only succeeded in upending half a century of important legal precedent, known as the Chevron doctrine, but has also made it much easier for big, wealthy corporations to benefit at the expense of ordinary people and escape civil penalties, said Representative Maxine Waters on June 28th in response to the SCOTUS opinions. The conservative-led Supreme Court filed several opinions near the end of its term that could have lasting implications for the SEC and the U.S. presidency. On July 1st, in a 6-3 ruling, the justices said that former President Donald Trump had at least presumptive immunity from prosecution for all his official acts while in office. Trump, who is running for re-election in 2024 and has already been the first candidate with a criminal conviction, allegedly used his position to subvert the results of the 2020 presidential election. Both SCOTUS decisions came amid the SEC filing an enforcement action against Consensus, the parent company of MetaMask. The regulator alleged Consensus operated as an unregistered broker and engaged in the unregistered offer and sale of securities through MetaMask swaps. Let me pause here for a moment. If you're getting value out of this video, please click on the like and subscribe buttons as well as the notification bell. Our next top headline: Coinbase will custody digital assets for U.S. Marshals Service. The crypto exchange said the federal agency had selected its institutional investing arm to provide custody and advanced trading services for large-cap digital assets. The United States Marshals Service, or USMS, will use Coinbase Prime to custody certain digital assets as part of the law enforcement agency's responsibility to handle asset forfeiture. In a July 1st notice, Coinbase said the USMS had selected the exchange's institutional investing arm to provide custody and advanced trading services for large-cap digital assets. The cryptocurrency exchange said it would manage the assets centrally in support of the federal agency, which sometimes takes custody of crypto seized by the Department of Justice. In 2022, the Office of the Inspector General for the Justice Department released the results of an audit suggesting that the Marshals Service faced challenges in managing and tracking cryptocurrency. In March, the USMS reportedly began exploring contracts for companies to provide crypto custody services. The U.S.-based crypto exchange Coinbase has a history of being used by law enforcement agencies to custody or sell crypto seized as part of criminal investigations. The U.S. Marshals Service has held assets tied to defunct cryptocurrency exchange FTX and the infamous Silk Road platform. According to government records, Coinbase Prime received more than $32 million for the USMS contract. Coinbase is still involved in a civil lawsuit filed by the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission in June 2023. The financial regulator's approach to enforcement cases has come under scrutiny in an election year, with the Supreme Court releasing a decision on June 27th entitling defendants to a jury trial for securities fraud cases. The crypto exchange has also filed lawsuits against the SEC and the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation, alleging that the government agencies failed to comply with Freedom of Information Act requests. Our next top headline: Circle becomes first licensed stablecoin issuer under MiCA. Circle's USDC and EURC stablecoins become the first fully compliant digital fiat tokens under the Markets in Crypto Assets rules. On July 1st, Jeremy Allaire, co-founder and CEO of Circle, announced that the firm became the first stablecoin issuer in the European Union to gain regulatory approval under the EU's Sweeping Markets in Crypto Assets, or MiCA, regulatory framework. Circle's USDC and EURC are regulatory compliant under the new rules effective immediately, quelling fears that investors would have to redeem their stablecoins or transfer their funds to other digital assets in order to stay compliant. Allaire then announced that Circle chose France as the company's European headquarters, citing France's forward-looking stance on digital asset regulation and Circle's working relationship with the French Prudential Supervision and Resolution Authority, or ACPR. The Circle co-founder also reflected on the historical significance of the European Union's regulatory overhaul, the first comprehensive regulatory framework for digital assets, a testament to the long way the asset class has come since its inception. The entire concept of fiat digital currency did not really even exist outside of very early crypto circles. The concept of seeing major global laws that enshrined stablecoins into the financial system was inconceivable. MiCA fears and the stablecoin market. In preparation for the European Union's regulatory shift, several exchanges announced changes to their stablecoin policies and product offerings. In June, crypto exchange and custodial platform Uphold announced it was delisting 6 stablecoins in an email sent to its European users. These included Tether, DAI, TrueUSD, Gemini Dollar, Pax Dollar, and Frax Protocol. Bitstamp followed suit and delisted Tether's EURT stablecoin later that same month in anticipation of the sweeping changes, despite being one of the first exchanges to list the digital fiat token. Binance, likewise, took a similar but softer approach to the new stablecoin regulations by adopting a sell-only strategy for certain stablecoin products in the European market. The world's largest centralized exchange explained that it would not delist any stablecoins at this time for its European users, opting instead to label the fiat equivalents as either compliant or non-compliant and limiting certain market features for European customers. So this concludes Crypto Top Headlines. If you haven't already done so, don't forget to click on the like and subscribe buttons as well as the notification bell. Also, leave your thoughts in the comments and share this video with your friends and family. Thank you all for watching Crypto Top Headlines, bringing crypto's news to you.